Welcome back once again, and with us for more details is the writer, the journalist, Mr. Abdel Rahman, and also the economic and political analyst. Good morning, Mr. Amr.
A very good morning to you, hello to you, and to the dear viewers.
It's a real pleasure to have you. First of all, as we see that it is becoming complicated once again, and why? Because the repeated violations by the occupation, the Zionist occupation, Israeli occupation, exercising terrorist attacks over the southern of Al-Baqa Valley and southern Beirut, southern Lebanon, killing hundreds and thousands and displacing many people. All of the inhabitants of those places are now displaced. Now, how serious is the continued blockage of the Strait of Hormuz in case Iran is having a reaction, is reacting to those violations by Israel after it had agreed to sit on the negotiating table?
Well, those actions of aggression by the Zionist existence against the Lebanese and the civilians and the innocent civilians in Lebanon is a continuing to the aggression against Iran, and against the whole world's economy, the whole region's stability. And of course, this is a violation of the deal, of the truce deal that the international powers have put all their pressures to reach out this resolution to stop the war and to regain stability in this region. So I believe this indicates into two things. The first, Israel doesn't want peace, doesn't want this war to stop. We should remember that it was the Israeli pressure against or towards the American administration that has forced Trump to take the decision of war against Iran, despite he didn't want it in the first place, and despite the American classified reports that indicated that Iran is no threat to the American interests or to their neighbors in the region. Second, today and yesterday and maybe tomorrow, and God knows until when, the Zionist existence is expanding the lands under its occupation each and every moment. Yesterday, half a century before, it has occupied Palestine, and in a matter of in the past 2 years, it has gained total control against Gaza Strip, despite the agreement of Sharm el-Sheikh that we have all reached with the international powers in Sharm el-Sheikh. And today it's eating up more lands in Lebanon. In addition, the spreading control and spreading influence in Syria until the Euphrates and until the roots of the Nile basin. I believe this expanding of the influence of the Zionist existence is according to the strategy, what I call it, the false statements or texts of the false text of Torah that is according to that strategy. It's leading the whole world into chaos, and leading and controlling the American administration and other powers to try to force them to take part in this war. I believe today the main challenge here from the international powers to work against this aggression and to stop it and try to put the pressure on Israel to stop this agenda, this vicious agenda that is leading the whole world into chaos, leading the whole economies all over the world to face dramatic consequences. We are all suffering today. In Gulf countries, they are suffering. In Egypt, in Africa, in Europe, The American nation today is suffering, and in America today, the people have turned against their own president. They have feeling that he lied to them. When a president lied to the nation in the U.S., they feel that he betrayed them. And there are today pressures all over the street against the Congress to take a stand and take a firm situation against President Trump. That, according, of course, that he didn't fulfill his promise not to send American troops anywhere in the world, and use only the economical pressure to achieve its goals, seeking for that slogan he has launched, "Make America Great Again." And now he has betrayed the slogan. He has betrayed the nation and betrayed the whole world.
Right. Thank you for your explicit explanation and very informative analysis over the situation with the cause roots, of course, in case nobody have forgotten or in full realization of the core of the problem. Now, talking about the Hormuz Strait, with what's happening, you have kindly elaborated on the core of the situation, the core reason and the root of this cause of the war. Now, in case these violations are repeated, and it is going to repeat it, and it's not going to stop, and there is going to be some provocations on the Zionist part and also on the American side that is somehow willing for negotiations, willing to end this war, willing to pull itself back because of all of the implications inside in the domestic profile of the United States that is happening. In this case, if the Hormuz Strait remains closed, what is going to happen, especially that this closure is affecting not only the three parts, but it's affecting other countries also, including Asia, including Japan, including most of the Gulf countries, that they have nothing to do with this war or anything?
Okay, I believe this is a conflict of wills. There is a will that is aiming to continue the war and the aggression, despite anything happens, even if the whole world collapses. This is, of course, this unit's existence. On the other hand, there are international powers that are seeking peace. And today, the whole producers of the oil and gas are breathing air at last, and they are already starting to get ready to get up with their shipments, oil shipments and gas shipments, to pass through Hormuz Strait with the welcoming procedures from Iran. But we must remember that the aggression, the American and the Israeli aggression, it was the first that made Iran take this actions to act as if that Hormuz Strait as a paper to negotiate with. The Iranians never did this before. But of course, as a consequence of this aggression, the Iranians found no other weapon to fight with, especially that the aggression has destroyed most of their troops, most of their air force and sea force were all destroyed, and they lack papers to negotiate with. So all they have today is their rockets and the paper of Hormuz Strait. So I believe the whole international powers should press Israel, which is controlling the U.S. Let's admit the fact. The power that is manipulating the American administration is laying there in Tel Aviv, not in Washington, or not in Washington D.C. So that's why I believe this is a very important step to keep up the pressure, to keep up the diplomatic efforts from Pakistan, from Egypt, from China, and of course from Russia, that its interference was a crucial point to stop the aggression. the heavyweight of Russia as an international power and a very strong power, it has supported all the efforts to stop the aggression. And of course, Russia as a greater country in the whole world, the existence of this power has a very important role in stopping the aggression. I believe all of the powers, also the European, of course, the Europeans are not benefiting at all from this aggression. We must remember that Israel has tried to repeat the scenario of invading Iraq in the most vicious way, with a coalition gathering the U.S. and the Europeans and other countries against Iraq, and to repeat the same dramatic and colonialism scenario against Iran. But it didn't work out this way.
Of course. On this note, I would like to extend my utmost thanks to you, Mr. Amr Abdel, the writer, the journalist, the political and economic analyst. Thank you so much. It was a great pleasure talking to you. And by this, we come to the end of the breakfast show for now. Many thanks to all of you. Thank you for joining us. But for now, it's Minister of Finance, Dr. Ahmed Kujuk. He said that Egypt is moving decisively to improve energy and its efficiency across the national economy and expand the use of new and renewable energy resources. More details in the following report.